Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Ninja Turtles podcast. Another update for you here, this time having to do with Megan Fox and the upcoming sequel. It looks like she has just started shooting her role as April O'Neil within the sequel, and proof of this comes from the brand new pictures released of behind the scenes photos. Basically, it's like paparazzi type photos of Megan as she's filming several scenes there in New York City. And I've included a direct link below. You can check out all the pictures, see essentially what she's shooting. It looks like it's a nondescript type scene, just her in casual clothing interacting with some other actors, so nothing really major, nothing along those lines. But it's interesting to note that she pretty much basically looks the same from her first from the first movie. No big differences. Her hair's the same, her clothing, I guess, somewhat the same. The only big difference is she no longer seems to be wearing the yellow jacket that she had prominently throughout the first film. Instead, she's wearing just some other regular type clothing. But yeah, she looks relatively the same. I'm guessing they're going with this because considering the timeline of the sequel, it's probably going to be set less than a year, something like that, from the first movie as timeline itself. So there's not going to be much changes. And I mentioned this because a lot of times whenever there's movies in a franchise, and especially there's roles for women, the women tend to change more than the men do within the franchise itself. I mean, look at any of the examples like the X-Men films, and you'll see that the women there, like Storm and Jean Grey, they all have like different hairstyles between films. Same thing goes for the Scarlett Johansson role, the Black Widow. Every single movie she's been in, she's had a different hairstyle, which denotes a different timeline. But in this case, Megan Fox's character is practically the same. She still looks great, fabulous, very, very pretty, beautiful. So check out the pics when you have a chance, and she's underway in terms of filming new scenes. It's happening right now at this moment. So pretty exciting stuff to know that the sequel is basically being shot. I love looking at these behind the scenes photos too, because it's fascinating to note time and how it passes, because right now those are behind the scenes photos. This movie is just barely starting. It's just barely like in its seed form. And then before you know it, the movie is out in theaters. And then before you know that, the movie is long gone from theaters, long gone from release on video, on digital format, whatever. And just like that, these behind the scene photos are nothing. Like, they're no longer something to consider. But right now they are. And then just like that, cut to 3 years, 4 years later, and it's long gone. So fascinating stuff how time flies afterward. All right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care.